Don't tell nobody I told y'all this. Just keep it between us three. What I'm reading from is from the U.S. Congress's website, congress.gov. Okay, so this ain't no third party. Yeah, they goofballs too, but anyway, let's just get after it. Now, you had Front Row Joe. Well, he's Side Row Joe now because Kamala is Front Row. Kamala, tomato. And he said, you know, tapioca pudding. No, that ain't what he said. He's throwing out, you know, that, you know, it's myth, it's BS, conspiracy theory and whatnot. Now, y'all know it's folks like myself and some others out here. I got videos on this channel when I done the deal on Operation Popeye, which happened during Vietnam. My daddy told me about that when I was in high school. So, I mean, he was there, you know, as long as he was there. If anybody would know, it would be him. You don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows. Bob Dylan is somewhere smiling. I'm trying to fly under the radar. Oh, yeah, then I have video here on this channel that I've done also some years ago with LBJ giving a speech on how important that it is for them to control the weather. And he who controls the weather will control the world. You know, y'all love LBJ. All you Negroes love him. So, I mean, y'all gonna take his word for it. Even though he have you voting Democrat for the next 200 years. But it's, you know, let's not get into that. Now, and y'all know I done the, there's a website that's interactive where it shows you all of these telescopes worldwide. Got their power rating, you know, where they're at. Some of them got pictures. I done that years ago. Now, like I say, the newer cats, you know, my apologies, you know, y'all, I'm quite sure y'all heard of some, but y'all may not know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. But it's on this channel. In my channel, you can put Operation Popeye into the search bar of my channel. You'll find it. You can put LBJ weather. What did I call it? What did I title it? Let's see here. Hold on a second. What did I? We doing this on the fly. LBJ weather. LBJ spoke on weaponizing the weather in 1962. Let's see. Okay. Get past me. Hold on a second.
As a result, I think the people in the Congress are going to support it. And that message calls for new frontiers, new vision. It calls for us taking the steps now that will make us no longer second in space and in science. It lays the predicate and the foundation for a space communication satellite that will permit the people of the world to see one television.
It's on my channel.
Think about that kind of communication and think about the opportunity that will provide.
I'll put the link. I'll put the link down here. I done this video in 2017. Then that was on my original channel. Then I re-uploaded it, you know, so same thing. You can see the overlay on it. Anyway, let's get going. Senate Bill 3383. Now, oh, wait a minute. Here's winter modification myth tapioca pudding. If there's no entities at home or abroad attempting to do what LBJ said in 1962 and what the United States, what the Department of Defense actually done in Vietnam, but I guess they think, well, since we done it in Vietnam, that don't count. Oh, is that kind of like if a tree falls in the forest and you're not there, does it make noise? Is that, yeah, that's it. Now you're getting it. Freaking, boom. This freaking mooly is freaking smart there. Get smarter every time we freaking see him. Back on somewhere with that mooly crap. Now, if no one's attempting to do it, then why did they have to put this into the Senate in 1976? It started in 70. It was introduced in 75. Then it passed the Senate. Then it passed the House, resolving differences to the president, and then became law October the 13th. Today is October the 10th. October the 13th, 1976, Public Law 94-490. The sponsor of the bill was Senator James B. Pearson, Republican, Kansas. And he introduced it 050576. So why would you need something like that? Let's just go through a couple of pieces here, and I'll get y'all, because I know y'all don't like stuff like this. You know, ain't no titties and booty and rappers fighting and nobody getting shot. So, you know, for the handful of people that actually like to know what's going on in the world around them, ride with your boy. You know, because at the end of the day, when the walls of Jericho, when you hear the horns and guess what? Rappers, Keisha, Pookie, them, the spinning rims on your car, and that latest diss track ain't gonna effing help you. Hell, they can't help themselves. Here's the summary of it. Okay? Like I said, it passed the Senate, passed the House and the Senate. And the president signed it. National Weather Modification Policy Act directs the Secretary of Commerce. I wonder why Secretary of Commerce to conduct, because it takes money, a comprehensive study of the state of scientific knowledge concerning weather modification and weather modification technology. Authorizes the Secretary in conducting such study to review and analyze the feasibility and necessity of negotiating an international, not national, international, hold still, you. Thank you. International agreement concerning the peaceful uses of weather modification. Now, I wonder which countries. Don't think in today's terms. You got to think in 1976 terms. I was a little boy. This wouldn't have made sense to me in 1976 the way it do now. But I understood weather. I knew rain, snow was Michigan then. Lots of snow. Rain, snow, hot. Well, not really hot. Michigan, warm, cold. I mean, a child understands that. But anyway, so like I say, I wonder who they included in the international agreement. It doesn't say. I'm quite sure if you dig in this monstrosity of a bill, I'm quite sure we might find it. Requires the Secretary to prepare and submit to the President and the Congress within 1 year after the enactment of this act, a final report on the findings and conclusions of study, including a recommended national policy on weather modification. Now dig this. And you can print it out. It's 4 pages. You can print it out from the Congress's website, congress.gov. Bill 94th Congress, Senate Bill 3383. I always say, don't take my word for nothing. Read it for yourself. Now, I ain't going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to give y'all the purpose. And I'm going to leave the rest up to you. I ain't going through the definitions, the study, the report, the review, authorization for appropriations. No. I ain't going to go through all that. I'm like I say, I'll show you the water. I'll hand you the glass of water. You're going to have to drink it on your own. Now, here's the purpose. It is therefore declared to be the purpose of the Congress in this act to develop a comprehensive and coordinated national weather modification policy and a national program of weather modification research and development, to determine the means by which deliberate weather modification can be used and the present time to decrease the adverse impact of weather on agriculture, economic growth, and the general public welfare. They don't give a crap about us. And to determine the potential for weather modification. That was number 1. 2, to conduct research into those scientific areas considered most likely to lead to practical techniques for drought prevention or alleviation and other forms of deliberate weather modification. It doesn't specify what those other forms are, but it's in there. Other forms. And there's no asterisk to take you to the legend at the bottom either. 3, to develop practical methods and devices for weather modification. To develop practical methods and devices. Planes, jets, cloud seeding. Come on. HARP. Up there in Alaska. I tell people, oh, this. I say, okay, tell you what. Try to fly over that HARP radar antenna array. Go ahead. You think your ass trying to fly over Area 51. You do know they have their own security detachment up there, right? I'm sorry? You didn't know that? Oh, you didn't know that I was on TDY detachment at Wainwright in Alaska in the 80s? Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, okay. Cool. I was part of the Copperhead program. Totally different thing. Didn't have nothing to do with weather. We was testing the effects of the weather on the Copperhead. It was a marvel then. It's a Copperhead. Yeah. But then that was high-tech stuff. Let's go. 3. Well, we already got it. For devices for weather modification. 4. Eins, zwei, drei, vier. Yeah. 4. To make weather modification research findings available to interested parties. Interested parties. National, international, financial, tactical, research, skunk works programs. That's too vague for me. 5th, to assess the economic, social, environmental, and legal impact of an operational weather modification program. This is 1976, y'all. Some of y'all wasn't even born. I was like I said, I was a kid. Hell, I was in school. But to develop both, six, to develop both national and international mechanisms designed to minimize conflicts which may arise with respect to the peaceful uses of weather modification. And finally, number 7, to integrate the results of existing experience and studies in weather modification activities into model codes and agreements for regulation of domestic and international weather modification activities. We want more deep. Oh, no, Paul, a trade, yeah, Paul, a trade, no, the Duke, no, Paul, we want him eliminated. We did not have this conversation. I was not here. Somebody was playing the Guild Navigator on us. We still have people playing Guild Navigators on us. It's about 3 people I can hang that on right off the bat. About 3 people I can just right off the top of my head. Take it for what it's worth, folks. If you want to find it, it's out there. Bye.